Did anyone else watch those iOS 17 update videos and go, dang, that new standby mode looks really cool? Well, Standby is an Android app that replicates that exact feature on Android phones. At the time of making this video, the app has 13 different iOS-inspired clock widget screens to choose from, some of which are limited to the Pro version, but they're all very authentic looking with neat animations to go with. And what's even better is that if you use an app like Macro Droid, then you can set up a simple automation that makes the app automatically open whenever you start charging your phone. Very cool. And whilst we're in the world of widgets, next up we have a super simple yet powerful free widget tool called Widgeet. This app is filled with a huge collection of beautifully designed material style widgets to choose from in a bunch of different categories. But what's amazing is that when you select a widget that you like, the app will then give you a range of customization options that'll help you to make the widgets suit your home screen perfectly. So you can obviously change the colors, you can adjust the layouts of certain widgets, and there's even a ridiculous amount of custom clock faces that you can switch between, which is amazing. Next up, we have CocoonWeaver, a beautifully designed audio note-taking application that is the perfect app for organizing your thoughts. Whenever you get an idea or you just want to make a note of something, you just tap this button at the bottom and start talking. Once complete, you tap on pause, then on finish, and that recording will be instantly transcribed for you. You can then search through your audio notes or even type them out if you don't feel like speaking, and you can even separate your notes into different categories to help keep everything super neat and tidy. Then we have Smart Dock, and if you've seen the latest Pixel Fold or tablet devices and you've liked the look of that dock implementation, well, this is an open source, free application that somewhat emulates the feature. With the app set up and enabled, you'll then see this little arrow indicator at the bottom of your display, and you just tap on it, and that'll then show you a dock of your most recently used applications, which you can then tap on to open them as you like. You can then also swipe up on that dock, which will reveal a full list of your applications. And whilst you're here, you can then tap this profile icon to launch into the dock settings, which is filled with an outrageous amount of tweaks to make the dock look and behave how you want it to. There are only two things that I wish the app would do that it doesn't already. The first is that I wish that the dock would hide itself automatically after a specific amount of time without having a long press to unpin it. And I do kind of wish that there was also a way to make it show only when in your recents menu rather than just all the time. Hopefully we'll see those changes in a future update. After that is Touch Simulator, and if you've ever found yourself performing repeated actions within certain apps that you wish you could automate, well then this is the app for you. To set up an automation, you just tap on Create New Simulation, and that'll give you two options for recording touch patterns. You have the option to record a more generic single touch pattern like a swipe up, or you can also tap on this Start Overlay Touch Recorder option, which will open up this little record toggle, and that means you can then open another app and use that to record a more specific touch pattern. You can then add multiple touch patterns to your simulation if you like, or reorder them if need be, but once complete, you then give your simulation a name, add it to your favorites, then select it from the side menu and hit the play button to activate it. And there you go. You now have your very own simulation that you can launch whenever you like, such as scrolling through Twitter or Instagram automatically, or pressing the uninstall button for you when batch uninstalling apps. The options are really endless. Okay, halfway down the list today is a super simple yet super useful app called Save on Device. As the name so helpfully indicates, once it's installed, anytime you then share anything from anywhere on your phone, you'll then get this new option in your system share sheet to manually save that file to your device. This means gone are the days where your downloads folder becomes filled with a mess of unorganized files. Now you can choose where to save each and every file exactly. Then we have an incredible app called Universe in a Nutshell. This is a beautifully designed and well thought out application that lets you explore our known universe from the biggest cosmic formations to the tiniest microscopic bacteria, all just by swiping left or right. And as you zoom in or out, you can then tap on any object to learn more about what it is and how it works. And the entire app is filled with more than 250 beautifully animated illustrations that look seriously incredible. Well worth the price of admission in my books. And speaking of apps with fun designs, Rain is a pretty fresh weather app that I just recently discovered that I think looks really cool. As you can see, the homepage here shows you a super clean overview of the current weather with these bright and colorful icons. You can also scroll here to see the hourly forecast for the next week. And then below that, you get some additional weather information, such as the time of the sunrise and sunset. You get wind speed information, and you even get the current UV index, plus a heap more. And that's really it, but it's still a really fun and simple app that is also completely free. Following that is Allowance, another app with a super clean design, but instead of tracking the weather, this one helps you to track your spending. You just set an allowance reset date, then how much you want your allowance to be, and from there on out, anytime you spend any money, you just add the amount and a description, and then press this big tick button. And that's kind of it. But I've got to give credit to the developer for how clean the design is, as well as these fun little bouncy animations whenever you type any numbers or open the settings menu, all of which make the app really nice to use. Second to last is a bonus app today because I'm almost positive you've already heard of it, but if you missed the launch of the brand new social media app Threads last month, well, here's your official reminder to check it out. It's really just a back to basics version of Twitter with no ads and admittedly far fewer features as well. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it'll ever become a full-on replacement for Twitter, but the fact that it connects directly to your Instagram account if you have one means there's already quite a vibrant community using the app, which is what so many of the other Twitter competitors struggled with. I'll link to my account below if you want to follow me, but let me know your thoughts on whether you think Twitter has anything to be worried about down in the comments. And so finally today we have an amazing wallpaper app called One for Wall. And it wasn't long ago that I was starting to think that wallpaper apps were getting a bit bland and repetitive, but this is actually the third wallpaper app that I've featured in this series in the past few months, which shows that that's definitely no longer the case. But this app is filled to the brim with drop-dead gorgeous wallpapers, all of which, believe it or not, were generated using AI, but then they've all been hand-edited as well to ensure that they're perfect for your phone. At the time of making this video, there are over 600 free wallpapers to choose from, and then a bunch of premium ones as well. And on top of the stunning wallpapers themselves, the actual design of the app is up there with one of the best I've ever come across. Highly recommend. And so there you have it, 11 Android apps that I reckon you'll get a serious kick out of downloading and trying this month. Now, in case you thought I forgot, I do actually have promo codes available for each of my channel members for some of the apps mentioned throughout this video, so a huge thank you to the developers behind the apps on screen right now. And to get the promo codes yourself, all you need to do is tap that join button below to become a channel member within the first 2 weeks of this video going live, then join the channel Discord, and those codes will be yours. As well as that, if you're looking for some more Android app recommendations, then I highly recommend checking out my very own application shelf, which is filled to the brim with amazing app suggestions. But aside from that, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you later.